Hey, beautiful.
Hey. Fancy meeting you here.
Hey, we're back. Snarky Scientist PhD and my lovely wife,
Cora Lux. So I wanted to ask you, so what are some of the things that you're most excited about sharing through this platform?
Yeah. So there are a number of things, and I know it's a little overwhelming because I like to talk about all sorts of stuff. One of them right off the bat, immunology just in general. And immunology is a big, wide arena. There's all sorts of stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about vaccines, what's in them, why it's in them, how they work, how the immune system in general works so that you understand what's going on inside your body as it defends you from things that are trying to make you sick.
So like the nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts of it. Also, how some of the big drugs work in this space, the ones in immunology to try and get your body revved up to fight cancer. Some of the drugs to treat autoimmune diseases, like one of the ones that I helped out in designing and developing. Other things along those lines. And some of the alternate forms of vaccines and new and up-and-coming technologies, including cell and gene therapy, stuff like CAR T cells for cancer.
So are you going to go down kind of rabbit holes of different...
Individual ones,
okay.
Yeah. In addition, I really want to talk more about the biotech business in general, how drugs are developed, how they go through safety, testing, all of that piece, and what the Harvard economist Dan Ariely calls perverse incentives, because people have this sense, for instance, that pharmaceutical companies are greedy and they set these outrageous prices, and they don't realize that yes, the pharma company sets the price, but there's also other factors involved, and how much they can charge isn't really set by them. It's set by insurance companies. But it's not really set by insurance companies, it's set by the hospitals, because you can charge as much for a drug as you would spend for a patient who's untreated to be in the hospital. And so when we compare our cost in the United States versus the cost overseas, the biggest piece of the difference isn't what the drug company wants to charge, it's what the hospital charges for an overnight stay. And those are very different, and people don't think about that when they think about how these systems are structured. A lot of times, these perverse incentives, these different pricing structures, accessibility structures, like who can get the drug depends on the way the trial is set up. But the trials are set up to make the trials as fast as possible. That doesn't necessarily mean that the people who most need the drug can get it, because the trial may not have been set up that way. Those are entire episodes that we can talk about the details behind that. Beyond those...
My head hurts now.
I'm sorry. But you've been with me for more than 25 years, so you're probably used to it. Beyond that, I also absolutely love the space of innovation and creativity. We could easily talk about some of the mental games that I play to keep my brain flexible and open to new ideas and generating new ideas. We can also talk about leadership and management and what it's like to manage scientists and some of the differences between universities and industrial settings. All of that stuff I find endlessly interesting, and I've had...
Literally, he does. He, on vacation, he'll be reading management books and, yeah.
It's a little disturbing.
It's a problem.
But you love me anyway.
Yes. You're passionate.
Passion is a double-edged sword. What else?
Well, I think also just one of the things that we're excited about utilizing the Snarky Scientist kind of platform is to also hear from you and hear what your questions are. Here you have access to someone who is an immunologist who lives and breathes and is passionate about this work and designing new drugs, and is familiar with a lot of the details behind things that most people aren't.
What do you
Like,
want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know? Because he literally reads patents for fun, and and you read studies like
Journal articles.
journal articles. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Journal articles for fun, like in your spare time,
It's true.
as a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I read journal articles the way that a lot of people read romance novels. Patents are a very different thing. I don't really read patents for relaxation. That's more of a game. This probably says a lot about me, and I'm not sure I should be saying it, but I find it fun to read patents and figure out ways to design around them. That's one of the things that I really, really enjoy. Give me a patent for a biotech drug, and I can probably find a way to develop something that is absolutely equivalent and doesn't infringe on the patent, and I really like that challenge.
yeah, it's like a game. I see. Yeah.